Welcome back everybody to Tulio Studio, and today we are making King Boo from Luigi's Mansion 3. So to start off with, I take some of my scrap clay that I don't really need anymore, and I just coated it in white so I can save on white clay. So here, I'm just making the outline for the mouth, and just cutting out that clay because I won't need that later. And that will go into my next ball of scrap clay, making the mouth a little bit wider. Now I'm just flattening the inside of the mouth with my tools, getting the right shape. And I'm cutting a little bit up here, and this will be where the eyes will go later. So here I'm taking some black, and this will be for the inside of the mouth. So I'm just trying to make sure I have a good sized ball of clay. Then I'll use my tool to push it in and make it look like the blackness of his mouth. I think that looks good. I added a small worm of clay around the edge of the mouth to make the mouth look a little bit cleaner. Just touching up the mouth, and I added a little tail with a little piece of clay. So I'm mixing up some purple with some black to make a dark purple, and this will be for the tongue, making a thick teardrop shape. Just working with that with my tool. Now I'm just sticking the tongue inside of his mouth. We'll work on the teeth later. And this is some black for the eyes. So I'm just putting it right there, using my tool just to roll it out a little bit. There we go. This was actually a creation I wanted to make for a while, and I got a request for it by one of you guys back in September. So I'm finally making it. I added some white pieces of clay just above his eyes. And here I'm adding the pink for a darkish pink for his eyes. The white part is his eyebrows. So I'm just trying to make it look more circular here. And fixing up the top of the head. I'm making the little crease between his eyebrows. Would you call it his eyebrows? I would think so. So this has been happening to me recently where I'll get cracks in the clay, and to fix that I'll just put some new clay over it and rebake the creation for just a minute or so. So I'm just filling in some clay where it needed to be. I made these little cones and baked them, and this will be for the teeth. So I just cut them to the right size, and I'm sticking some super glue on them and sticking them into his mouth. I made 4 of them. You'll need 2 decent sized ones, and you'll need 2 bigger ones for his 2 big side teeth. There they are. So here I'm working on the crown. So for the crown I just used a gold. You could use yellow, or you could add some white to the gold to make it brighter, but I just used plain gold for this one. I made a thin worm of clay to wrap around the bottom of the crown, and I also made another one for the top, which I will make later. Just cutting part of this piece of gold clay so it's flat. There we go. And here I'm just cutting out little triangles just so I get a little, what you call it, bumpy side. to the clay, and this will actually be used for more of the crown in just a moment. Here we go. Now I'm just attaching it to the crown, and I think there's only supposed to be 4 of these spikes because it looks like a star shape. Just touching it up, and this is some more of about the same color of pink I used for the eyes for the diamond or jewel in his crown. So I'm just cutting it into the right shape for the diamond. There we go. So I put it in the crown, and I twist the 2 crown, the gold star pieces up kind of around the crown, and I've got these little round pieces of clay in the same gold as the crown is, and I'm just putting it at the end for a little bit of crown decoration. There we go. Just making sure that the clay is properly attached. Now that it's baked, I'm gonna need to glue them together. So with King Boo, I just sort of cut away the top of his head to make a flat surface for the crown to rest on. And with the crown, I kind of do the same thing, just trimming away a little bit of it. I trim away the corners of the crown the way the jewel should be. For the last working touches, I added some gloss to the crown, his tongue, and a little bit to his eyes. And we're finished, guys. There's King Boo. So as always, like or dislike with anything you liked or disliked. Hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment down below on what you'd like to see next. And I'll see you guys in the next one.